Hi, this is Bill from Pull Yourself to Pieces. We started this podcast to spark conversations, challenge perspectives, and share the extraordinary tales that make life a thrilling adventure. At first, we didn't know how to create a podcast, but after doing research, we found a great online tool that we use to record each show. That tool is Zencastr, an all-in-one podcast platform that works right out of a browser. You can record studio-quality audio and up to 4K video, even if your connection is unstable. Then you can use the tool's post-production features to help you edit those recordings so your podcast can sound its best. And finally, Zencastr can host your shows and help you distribute them to multiple platforms like Spotify and Apple. It's so easy, and if we can do it, so can you. There's nothing to stop you from creating your own podcast right now. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use my code BillyRay, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experiences I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story.
Hello, and welcome to yet another episode from the Pull Yourself to Pieces podcast.
Well, don't you sound really spunky this week?
I am. Oh, baby, spunky isn't even close to how good I feel.
Bunked.
Yeah. Episode number 76.
Yeah, 76 trombones.
Feet 3. Yeah. 76 is a very big number. You know why?
Because it's one more than 75.
That and when you think about 1776, that was a banner year for this country.
Right.
I graduated high school in 76. In 10 years, I'll be 76. So yeah, 76, a big number, Bill, big number.
Big number for you. Okay.
Big number. All right.
You're never going to see 2076.
No, I won't see 27. You know, unless we make some really amazing advances in medicine, who knows? You know, who knows?
Yeah, the rich people are going to get that, not you and me.
Yeah, no, they're rich people.
Elon Musk is going to live to be 200.
Yeah, he's like a cockroach. You're never going to.
He's just going to be a head. His head is that's it.
Just a head?
Just the head.
Okay. The head that wouldn't die. That was actually a movie. It was the brain that wouldn't die. Although, you know, he's not as smart as everybody thinks he is.
Yeah,
how do you spend $44 billion to buy a company and then drive it into the grounds that it's only worth $19
said this
billion?
either last show or whatever, that you can be really smart and still be an idiot.
Well, as we have seen anyway.
Yeah. Well.
All right. So let's talk. So, Bill, you are a big Disney fan, right?
I am.
Yes, I know. How many times you've been to Disney World?
Oh, wow. How many times have I been to Disney World?
5?
Let's see, I went in 86, 93, 97, 2003, 2009.
Yeah.
And then
Wow, that's like 6 times.
2019. Wow, I went 6 times. I didn't think I
Wow.
went that many times. Wow.
So is Walt Disney your hero? Would you say he's like your hero?
Hero?
Yeah. Well, you know, you are happy that he was born because he was able to make that great park that you have gone to.
That's true.
Times.
But there's always skeletons in everybody's closet, you know?
Oh, really?
There's
would you like to do you know anything about Mr. Disney that's recently come to light?
No.
Well,
not specifics, but
I saw something on the internet today, so it must be true. Anyway,
oh, of course, the internet.
So-
right. Everything's true on there.
apparently in the 40s, the 1940s, Mr. Walt Disney was a snitch for the FBI to tell on possible Hollywood subversives.
Subversives.
Now, that's
What was 1940 subversives? What were they? They were
maybe Nazi sympathizers, maybe socialists, maybe they were into smoking marijuana. I don't know. It said subversives. So
really.
you got to think like a person from 1940. What would be a subversive be? A man who
That's
dresses
interesting.
a man who dresses in women's clothing? I don't know. You know, that's kind of done a lot today. So I just wanted to run that little tidbit by you that he was a snitch for the FBI.
He was a snitch.
A snitch.
Interesting.
He was himself.
Because I don't remember the details of what I had heard. Was actually something that, if anything, to surprise you,
Yeah.
he would have been somebody who might have been snitched on.
Ah.
So yeah, I won't bring
Aha.
up details because I don't really remember the full details of it. But
Yeah.
in other words, that he wasn't sympathetic to all types of people.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah,
So
especially certain people that would have been during World War II.
I see. Or maybe people of a brown persuasion, maybe?
No, no,
No? No?
no,
Okay.
no, not Brown. Oh, maybe
Alright.
that too. Maybe that
Yeah.
too.
Who knows?
Maybe that too. But
Okay. Well, just thought I would throw that out there. So
yeah,
next time you go to Disney World, just, realize that he was a stool pigeon.
yeah.
He was a pigeon that sat on a stool.
Is it really that bad to be a snitch?
I don't know. Maybe there's good money in it. Maybe I could,
All
maybe I
right,
could
exactly.
be bought. I would tell on anybody.
See,
In
I
fact,
knew you could
I
snitch.
I would even make shit up. I'd be like, "Hey, I saw that guy in an alley with 4 women, and they weren't throwing dice." No, I could easily make stuff up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
all right. So we got a lot to talk about. So shall we stop and take a break and let our
All
our,
right, yeah,
our,
let's do that.
our
We'll take a break and we'll be right back after this.
yeah, let our 3 listeners get some stiff alcohol because they're going to need it for this one.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Pull Yourself to Pieces will now give you about 30 seconds of silence in order to get our dead air out of the way and to have a smooth flowing show. Here we go. Okay, don't even.
Don't what?
Don't no, you know what.
No, I don't. No,
Don't
what?
even go there. Don't even
Don't go where?
say
I'm
you
just
know
minding
where.
my own business over here, and
This
right
is
away you're
this is
jumping all
where
over me.
this is where
What?
we get things out of the way.
Oh, yeah. That's
exactly
true.
right. The mics are
That's
off
right. Well,
and
you say.
the mics
That's
are
what you say.
muted.
I don't yeah. Like I'm gonna
Right.
fall for that again.
And good thing we don't have cameras because
Yeah.
I think
What?
we'd have a lot of people asking, why are you wearing what looks like a robes, like a priest,
Yes,
like a
it's a priest. Yes,
it is?
yeah, I got it from the costume store because I'm
Oh, the
cheap.
costume store.
Well, I'm
Okay.
renting it because you know how
This is
much
a after Halloween thing or
No, hell, it has nothing to do with
oh,
Halloween, Bill.
oh.
I've decided to start my own religion, and it
I'm sorry. Wait.
what?
You decided to start
Yeah.
your own religion. You,
Yes, me.
who's a devout atheist.
Not so loud, would you? Listen,
Well,
um,
was, I guess.
just think of all the tax deductions I'm gonna get. Anyway, so you
That's
want to know
why.
what the name of the church is?
I have no choice, do I?
The Church of Ra, as in the sun. We worship the sun because think about it. Without the sun, there wouldn't be life. So
The Church of Ra.
yeah,
R-A? Ra.
yeah. R.A.
That's awfully close to Ray. R-A-Y. Your
Yes.
name.
So what are you getting at?
What did you just worship you?
Okay.
Oh, okay. And I guess the other followers,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
morons, they just follow you around and
Right. Yeah.
worship
And right.
Ra.
And we all wear dark glasses. And
Do they go hurrah?
They can if they want to. There will be
Oh.
hymns.
And what about hers?
Maybe I don't know. We'll let
Hymns.
women in. I don't
Nice.
care.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't discriminate.
Oh,
As long as
okay.
you've got sunglasses and sunblock. Sunblock is holy. The Catholic
Oh,
Church
sunblock
has
is what?
well the sun. Catholic Church has holy water. We have sunblock.
Oh my
Sunblock is
God.
holy because you don't
Oh
want to
my
get
Too much
cancer
Ra.
from the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Oh man, this thing is itchy. I wonder who wore it before I did. All right, you know what? I think our time is up.
Yeah, we better go. Thank God. I mean, thank
Oh,
Ra.
thank Ra. You're welcome. Do people talk about you behind your back? Does a room suddenly go silent when you enter? Are you paranoid and would like proof of your suspicions? I Spy Labs has a product for you. Introducing Fly on the Wall. What looks like a common housefly is actually a tiny microphone and transmitter. Simply stick Fly on the Wall to any surface by using its patented self-stick formula and start listening. Bluetooth technology allows you to be anywhere in earshot of the fly to listen in on any conversation. Don't trust the wife or hubby? Stick fly on the wall in the bedpost and find out if divorce proceedings are in your immediate future. Find us in the Sharper Image catalog.
Thank you. Please wait for assistance.
And we're back here at the studio.
We never left.
Well,
What are you talking about? It's almost like we took a trip. We didn't go anywhere.
I mean, well, you know,
Occasionally, I'll go to the deli and get a bagel for us.
you're going to say when you didn't watch like the Tonight Show or any of those nightly, talk shows or things like Saturday Night Live, they break and they like, and now we're back. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's true. Like, really, we're back.
Yes.
But, well, no, actually, who's back?
Right. Who's back? We never left. But okay, I see where you're going with this. All right.
We're back.
You were back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
before we were on that break, you were
Yeah.
telling me about the Church of Ra.
My new religion. Yeah.
Right. Religion. Now that
Yeah.
is fun.
What?
Well, because I've been thinking a lot about what people believe.
Yeah. Oh, this should be interesting.
Well, I mean, it's good to ask someone who's an atheist what you believe, but you have to believe something.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
What's
What
the
do you-
question? Well, what's the question exactly? I have to know the exact question, otherwise I'll go off on a tangent.
What do
And-
you believe in?
That's broad, Bill. I mean, specific. Give me some specifics. Give me some kind of give me some
All right,
parameters. here.
okay. Well, that's true because there is a lot to.
I believe in
to-
crystal light because it believes in me. No, geez, Bill, what do I believe in? Come on. All right.
Well,
so,
you believe.
Are we talking religiously? Philosophically?
you believe with your senses.
True.
Would you
yeah.
say that? Someone
Yeah.
who's an atheist is going to believe everything with their senses. That they're not going to use anything other than what they believe is only going to be the five senses. Correct?
See-
What you
well,
can see, what you
see
can
and
hear, what
hear.
you can smell, what you
Eh,
can touch, and what
see-
you can taste.
Yeah.
No?
But
It wouldn't go
generally,
further than that.
it's see and hear. I mean, we as humans basically use those two senses more than the others. Would you not agree?
Oh, sure, but
Okay.
but the five senses in general, okay?
Yeah.
All because listen,
Listening.
you don't have to be someone who can see or hear to still be able to
Have a
feel
belief
a
system?
sense of what we would call this reality.
Okay.
Okay,
True.
right? Because look how far Helen Keller went. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Wasn't able to
gosh,
still hear.
that's incredible. That story.
Right. Exactly. Okay. She used whatever else she had. I mean, it wasn't so much
Yeah.
the senses, but yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? If it wasn't for the
Yeah.
sense of touch,
It's true.
she was able to go as far as she could.
Do you know why Helen Keller plays the piano with only one hand?
Why?
So she can sing with the other.
Okay.
I'm going right to hell, folks. All right, guys.
Anyway,
Yes.
well, you don't believe in that anyway. But
No,
anyway,
I don't. So there you go.
So someone who
What?
like you would believe with everything with your senses. So,
Yes.
do you even have the possibility to think that there could be another sense that we just don't know about that a human has?
There's a possibility, but I can't
Oh.
imagine what it could be. I
You
mean,
can't imagine. It's funny you
there-
use the words I
well,
can't imagine.
and I have a very good imagination. I'm guessing that if there were to be a sixth sense, it would be just that, what people call the sixth sense, and that's a sense of either intuition or I wouldn't call it ESP, but look, there's been a lot of strange things have happened to me in my life that lead me to believe that maybe sometimes I get a tiny short glimpse of the future. Is that any way to describe it?
Interesting. A tiny short glimpse of the future.
Like I'll be sleeping and I'll wake up. And before I open my eyes, I will think what time it is. I will sit there and imagine, all right, what time is it? What time? What time could it be? And then numbers will flash in my head, in my mind's eye. And I will pick a number and I'm like, that's what time it is. And I will open my eyes, look over at my clock, and damn it, I have nailed it to the minute. Now,
Well,
I wish
I think there's an
someone-
internal clock that starts to happen when.
Yeah, but
when
I mean,
we-
to the minute sometimes it's absolutely
that's pretty.
scary.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
It's
But I've
scary.
woken up and in the middle of the night and I went over to look at the clock and I was like, it's got to be 3 something, and sure enough, it was like 3 something. You know,
Yeah.
I think
so I'm not the
sometimes we
only
just
one?
sort of sense sense that there's like a
A mind's eye that sees all that
yeah,
we
but I
don't
mean,
see.
because we don't really know. Look, I mean, yeah, you and I don't know, but I bet scientifically there's a lot of I'm sure there's tons of research that you and I could read up on that, while we're sleeping, all our senses are supposedly still going. They don't
True. Yeah, of course they
They're
are.
still going. Just because our lids are closed doesn't mean our eyes
Yeah,
aren't still doing something.
yeah,
Doesn't mean our ears aren't still doing something,
yeah, but
So they're
no, they're basically disconnected at that point. They're going, but I don't think they are
yeah, because our brain is in a like a
someplace
semi-conscious
else.
state, but
Our brain
doesn't mean that it's not still all taking it all in.
maybe,
I
but
think that
but but there's
if
no
there's
way
a
to know.
conversation going on, and
Yeah,
even though you're asleep,
yeah,
you're still taking it in, and that if there was a way to tap in to, with some kind of like way to tap in on your brain, that you'd
yeah.
be able to that you'd be able to recall that conversation that you thought you were asleep
That's
on and still
interesting.
be able to hear it.
I cannot confirm or deny that belief. That's an interesting belief.
But I'm getting to a point where I'm trying to make a point here that
Yes.
that as an atheist,
Yes.
that you believe in things with the senses, and you particularly have said that you actually now believe that there might even be something like not ESP, but sort of like a
No, ESP.
oh, okay,
Yeah, I'll call it ESP. Like
okay,
intuition, like when you're somewhere and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you just inherently know that you're in a bad place, something bad's about to happen. You just
Hmm.
get this. I just get this feeling, and I just call it my gut reaction. And I've learned to trust my gut reaction.
And does this vision or whatever you want to call it that you sometimes see, right? That you're
A
saying like
feeling.
almost like a
It's
vision.
just a feeling. It's
Oh,
only
okay. So it's not something that you could say, "Oh, now it came true." Not that type of thing. It's not
no,
like,
no, but
oh,
it's just
okay.
it's just a feeling, something impending,
Oh,
something
so
impending, just a
it's not
feeling.
usually something good news.
No, it could be good news.
Oh, okay. It's
I
just
mean, it
some
could be
kind of
good
a
news.
feeling.
It's just a feeling, and it'll just come over me, and sure enough, whatever it is, it mostly comes true, and I'm like, "Damn it, I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen." And sure enough, it happens.
Wow.
Yeah. Whether I'm at work or I'm out driving or I'm, sitting here in my house,
All right. If
sometimes
you start
I'll
to see some numbers, right, and they look little balls, and they come out like
no,
numbers
no,
10 and whatever, let me know right away.
no. See, I'll be looking
Right.
at my phone and I'm like, I bet Billy's gonna call. And then sure enough, you call and then I don't answer. So there you go. So
Right.
there. Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. No, it's no, all kidding aside, it's little things like that where I'll actually be sitting and look over at my phone and going, so and so is going to call me right now. And 2 minutes later, the phone rings and it's like, oh my God. Stupid,
Wow.
scary shit like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So, as an atheist, what do you believe in?
I only believe in one thing.
Okay.
Literally, I only believe in one thing. I don't believe in an afterlife at all. I don't believe in a higher power at all. I believe in karma, or at least my version of it.
Again, that's another kind
Yeah,
of
that's
thing
it.
that doesn't seem to
I know, right? It really that for me should not be something that drives my life, but
It's kind
uh,
of like luck, like believing in luck.
no, 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 no. I don't equate luck with karma.
Oh no, but I'm saying it's another thing like that.
Maybe similarly, but I don't see a connection.
No,
I view,
I'm not saying they're connected. I'm just saying it's another thing like that. Like
oh,
you can
like
say, "Oh, I
luck.
believe in luck.
Oh,
I
well,
believe in karma." They're just
I I
examples of
actually
things that aren't physical.
I actually kind of do believe in luck only because our father believed in luck. You know that, right? Our father believed in the true power of luck.
Well, he
I
would
mean,
always say, "My luck." I think the
my,
opposite
my,
way. I don't think
I mean,
that he had bad luck.
he really did. He believed in luck,
He
and I
believed he
guess
had bad luck, and
he,
it probably
yeah, very much
dictated
so.
his life.
Yes, it did. You're laughing, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
He
well,
did believe in the concept of bad luck, but the man survived 2 wars, 3 children, a wife. I mean, um, he actually did quite well. So, and
yeah,
again, I
with bad
believe
luck.
that was his karma because our father was a
Who
good
art in
man.
heaven? Oh, yeah,
I consider our father a good man.
He was a
And
good man.
so
He could have been a way better father,
he
but he
could
was a
have been
good
a way
man.
better
He
father,
was a
but
good man. But then
he
again, I
yeah,
don't want
right,
to add in, whatever kind of upbringing he had,
right, so
whatever
right,
kind of,
we're getting off
his
tangent. Sorry,
age
my
difference. Yeah, I know,
bad.
really.
Alright,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
karma. I believe that if you are a good person and you do right by others, which means you don't hurt people, you don't scheme against people, you're not rotten to the core to other people, that good things or good luck will come your way. You
Hmm.
won't be saddled with a lot of hardship in your life. You won't have people do those horrible, terrible things to you. And
Mhm.
that's what keeps me on the straight and narrow as a human being. I don't want to be the recipient of bad karma. That's
And
it.
you don't think you've done things that it could have been taken that way by somebody else?
Oh, I'm sure in the past there have been maybe some transgressions that I am aware of or things have happened, but I'm sure they're minor in comparison to how some other people have lived their lives and the horrible, terrible things that people have done to other people in society. Look,
Okay.
look, nobody's perfect. Nobody's a
That's
saint.
true.
Even Mother Teresa was no saint. Okay. If
Sure.
I'm getting off on a tangent again. But anyway, yeah, I believe in karma. And you may say, ha, what proof do you have? And I could point to a dozen different instances of people that I have known in my life that have been just not on the up and up. They have not been good
Sure.
people. They've been horrible people. And don't you know, eventually, sooner or later, terrible things happen to them. And you could say, oh, that's mere coincidence. And
Right,
I
that's
say,
what I would
and
have
I
said.
say,
That could
and I say with zero proof that it's karma.
zero proof.
Right. It's something I believe. Just like everybody that goes to church every Sunday believes that there's a God and there was a Jesus and there's a Holy Trinity and all that crap. Okay. That same belief that they hold true with zero evidence, I hold true to karma.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
that's the only thing you believe. You have to
That's it.
believe
That's it. What?
what's your
What?
belief on how we're here?
Oh, how we here?
Yeah. Evolution,
We
the theory of
how
evolution?
we here. All right. Well, if you want to look at the big picture, we just happen to be far enough from the sun, which is my new religion, by the way. We just happen to be a planet far enough for the sun that can sustain life. And over billions of years, we have evolved to the humans that we now are. I don't think there was a higher power had anything to do with it. I think it's strictly scientific and biological. I don't think there was a a hand.
So you think that life exists
Yeah.
only because of its proximity to the sun
Yes.
and an ideal,
Yes.
um,
Yeah. Absolutely.
planet
Yes.
that
Absolutely.
because of that.
Yes.
Don't you find it odd that we just sort of accept certain things in this reality, though? That we just accept
Uh,
that that
well.
or just accept that there's this giant ball of fire
Yes.
that we just
Right.
accept it
Yeah.
because yeah, I mean, if you
Gases.
look
It's a ball.
if you
It's a
try to
ball of
explain
gas.
to somebody if you got to somebody the science of it, right?
Yeah.
What back in the day, ages ago, they
Yes.
thought that the sun was a god, okay? But we know that it's really just a giant star that's burning
Yes.
and that's giving just enough energy for a planet this certain distance away to be able to sustain life,
Yes.
and we accept that, and we accept the
Yes.
big, giant, humongous, tremendous orb ball
Yeah.
that we're on,
Yeah.
just rotating
No, it's
and
not
going
that
around.
big. It's not that big, Bill. It's only 25,000 miles around. It's not that
It's
big.
humongous
No,
compared
it's
to a
not.
human.
No, you know
Compared
what's
to a
humans?
human?
Mars is big. Now you're talking a
Oh, the
big
Earth is
planet.
big too.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
please.
Earth is not big.
Yeah, okay. It's a
How many?
speck.
How many? You think about it. If you've driven a car 100,000 miles, okay, you've driven around the Earth 4 times. Four, not once, twice. 4 times. It's not that big.
Whatever. It's still humongous compared to a human.
Oh well,
We're a
compared to a
speck.
human,
Yeah.
okay.
We're just a
Okay.
speck on the planet. We're not like, one person takes up, a quarter of the planet,
Well, have you been to the buffet? Anyway, I see what you're
We're just a
saying. Yeah,
speck. Yeah,
we're a
we're just a
speck.
speck. And the Earth itself is just a speck compared to all the other stars
Uh,
in this
Infinite
galaxy.
space? You mean infinite space? Yes, it's a tiny little speck.
Right. So
Yeah,
we
and
accept those things, right?
of
Without
course.
without
What?
reason.
Yes,
Right. We just we accept this reality. You've seen
yes.
Matrix. I know you love Matrix.
I love the
There's
Matrix.
a
Yeah.
huge there's a lot of huge, really important philosophical, existential
Oh,
discussions in that
yes.
movie.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. If you're smart enough to decipher it, yes.
Yeah. And you know, we accept this reality because we don't know any other reality.
Okay, good.
So that gives us our proof of this reality because
Proof
we
of
just have
existence.
it's here.
Yep.
Proof
Right.
proof of existence, proof of
Okay.
life.
Yes.
Why does life even exist?
Again, that's an unknown. That's an unknown, but to explain it away in a biblical sense or a
Forget that.
dogmatic.
I'm just saying, like looking at it, why it doesn't even seem possible that a bunch of cells could actually be alive.
It's the truth, though.
I mean, well, I know, but I mean, there's things all over this planet that aren't
That's
alive.
right. Well, but there are so many things that are alive that are not human, but they're still alive.
Yeah.
Animals, plants, fungi. We did a show about bacteria in a human. How much
That's
of a
right.
human is real?
Oh yeah,
That's
quite a bit. I
alive.
think it was quite a bit. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
alive. Yeah.
Right. Right. There's probably just as much living things as there are non-living things.
Yes.
Right? Organic and inorganic things on this
Yes.
planet is
Sure.
probably just as much. But
Yep.
I guess what I'm getting at is that as someone like you who really kind of needs concrete evidence for belief,
Yes. Yes, that's it. I need
we
concrete evidence.
still have no choice but to accept a lot of things that don't seem very concrete, like a ball floating around in space or energy coming from some big, bright, huge, giant star.
Here, I'll give you a great one, right? Gravity. Something you can't see or feel, smell, or touch, but yet it's
Right.
still there.
Right. Right.
It keeps us glued to this spinning planet. There you go, gravity.
So you don't believe in any sort of creator.
No. No,
But
I
you
can't.
believe in you though.
I do believe in me, yes. I believe in the power of me because I control
You believe in
my
the power of you.
Yes, because I control my destiny. Nothing else does.
Well, that's a choice that someone has to make if they're going to go that far into religion. People can still have, spiritual beliefs,
Right.
Everyone should be, depending on what
Yeah,
country you live in,
let's
everyone should be allowed to be able to believe what they want to believe.
Yeah,
Yes,
well
we've had conversations, and I know it's been brought up about how people can take things too far, and things
Ugh.
can seem cultish, and things can seem like
Oh.
people following, and people can seem like sheep. But I'm just saying that everyone can still be able to kind of believe what they can believe.
Yeah, well,
And
far too often I've heard people say if it's God's plan. I'm like, seriously? You're leaving
yeah,
it in the hands of a fictional being? No, take control of your life and
no,
go do what you need to do.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe, but
Oh, I'm glad to
what's
hear you
funny
say
is
that.
what's funny is that though is that you'll say that you believe in the karma thing, and karma is kind of close to like destiny, and destiny can't help but
No,
make me kind of feel like things are
no,
already in place.
no, I don't.
No,
No, I don't see a connection, and I don't really believe in destiny. I don't think our future is
kind
written.
of similar to karma. There's
No,
definitely a similarity
no.
there.
Karma has to do with give and take. Give and take. You give of yourself to be a good person, to be good to other people, and you should get that back. If you are bad and horrible to people, then expect the same in return.
These are rules of life.
Rules of life. Yeah, Ray's rules of life. And the second rule is that I could never ever strike a woman for any reason whatsoever. That's the second rule of life for Ray.
So if there's rules of life,
Yeah.
we only know life. So
Yeah.
I mean, but just because
Yeah.
we have no proof of it, and we can't put a finger on it. We really have no proof one way or the other if there's any kind of rules of an afterlife.
No, we don't.
Right.
And I will not discount the possibility of an afterlife, but currently I don't believe in it.
Right, because you need solid proof. You base
I
your
need solid
decision
proof.
on that on believing on basically using those senses. That's what I feel like it's
I
like
would have to
you'll
be
use those
visited.
senses.
I'll be honest. I would have to be visited by a dead relative, somebody that I
Okay.
could actually see with my own eyes and hear with my ears, and tell me that, "You idiot, there is an
Again,
afterlife."
you see, it's funny what you just said about see with my ears and hear my eyes. So you are okay with completely believing. This is going back to like the Matrix thing.
Yeah,
Completely believing that what we sense with these senses is
yeah,
all there is.
yes. Now there could be more, but I'm not privy to it,
Sure. Right.
right?
And
I mean,
plus, the thought is that there's a good chance that in your belief, and it could be scientifically thought this way, is that once we die, um, we're not going to have those senses anymore.
I don't
They
believe
say
I
they
don't
say
I
they
don't
go for
believe
a little
so.
bit longer, but then they're all going to shut down.
I
You're not going
believe
to have
right.
right.
I'm okay with the finalization of death. I'm alright with it.
Well, because you're not going to know any better.
Right, that's well, duh, you just touched on the thing that keeps me going as a human, is the fact that I believe that when you're dead, you don't know you're dead.
Well, that's because we only know human. You've never had an out of body experience.
Not
You
personally,
don't
no.
believe in them.
I've never had one, so
But
until the
do you
day that
have so you have the possibility that you might believe in them?
sure, there's a
Interesting.
possibility for anything, Bill. Um, there's a
Well,
possibility.
that's interesting to hear because again, I started this out by asking you, "What do you believe?" And it went pretty far. I didn't actually think we'd go this far into it, but you already know what I believe.
Yes,
I believe a lot of the
you're
things that you said
right.
in the simple things, and I'm not religious, but I've always said that I believe there is something more
Yeah,
to life.
you're on the fence.
Well, no, not
Yeah,
to
no,
go to
you're on the fence. No, truthfully, you're more on the fence than I am. I'm not on the fence.
yeah.
You're
Well,
definitely
I could never see any reason to go one way or the other anyway, ever. I
right.
could never become atheist, and I could never become full on religious to follow
So
religion.
yeah, you're a
Yeah,
moderate in your beliefs.
I will go to my end being on the fence because I believe in more than just this reality. Because I can't help but say why. Someone else could just say, "Well, it was just a matter of just it was luck." It was just how things work. The cells, divided. And they became smarter, and they, over years of time and evolution
Yeah,
and natural selection and blah 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 blah.
yeah,
And here we are now.
yeah.
Um, I, 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 there's too much in me that doesn't want to believe that that's it because if that is it, all right, I know you say the opposite,
Yeah.
but I always say that if there is nothing else, what's the point? And if everybody believed that, which is in a way what you would like, where there'd be no religion,
Yes.
there'd be anarchy. I'm sorry. There would be. You say there wouldn't be, but I say if no
Um,
one believed in anything and we all just turn to each other and go,
well, wait a
"What's the
minute.
point?"
There's a
We
difference.
is
There's
it?
a difference in not believing in anything and then believing a myth. Why can't everybody just believe in my vision of karma? Just be good to other people. That's all. You don't need a Bible or a dogma to tell you how to be a good human. You don't. You don't need any of that.
Well, the problem is that for thousands of years, people equate the being good thing is part of your heart and not your real
Yeah.
heart, but
Right. Yes.
your the good part inside you. And people believe the good part inside you is not really human. They kind of think more like it's almost like the soul. You know,
No such thing.
you have no way to prove that.
There's no such thing as a soul.
There is no way for you to prove that one way or the other.
Correct. But
You
I don't
can't
believe
prove to me that there isn't a
be
soul.
Because a soul, again, is connected to an antiquated system of dogma that's created by men.
Just because it's that terminology doesn't mean that, even though I'm not religious, doesn't mean I'm not going to believe that there's some kind of spirituality.
Yeah.
Spirituality, okay? Some people call it the soul, some people call it,
Okay.
the life force, whatever it is.
Okay.
I believe that there's more to a living organism than just chemistry.
Carbon, then just carbon.
Than just chemistry. It's not just carbon. It's carbon,
Yeah.
oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen.
Yep,
There's a bunch of
yep.
things, right? But it's true. It's mainly actually water. It's mainly actually hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. It's mainly that. Okay, that's mainly what we are. But
Yep.
the fact that we haven't been able to create, and maybe this will change things. We haven't been able to create a human out of just chemistry.
No, but
It's too complicated. We'll never be able to create humans out of just
no,
chemistry.
but man has been able to create life from nothing. You know that, right?
Well, what are we talking about here?
Something that was only thought to be done by a higher power. Man has been able to create bacteria in a lab using
That is some kind of a life. That's true.
that is
It's not
some
a
kind of
human
life.
life, not a complicated
Right, but it's
organism
life.
like
It's
us.
again, it's life nonetheless, and it might have been the life beginnings of how we got here. So
Yes, but I guarantee you that bacteria that we created in a lab,
yeah,
the footprint or the stuff needed
yeah, yeah.
to create that is here already.
Well, of course, yeah.
I mean, look, if
But
the
again,
ocean is oxygen and hydrogen,
yeah, it's
right?
water. Yeah, right.
Right.
Okay.
So it's chemical.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not very complicated.
Nope.
So we look at it and we go, all right, there's no way that the ocean is alive.
Yeah, right. It surely is.
What?
It's alive. The ocean is alive.
Interesting.
The
I
ocean
believe that too.
The ocean has to be alive. You know why? Because we came out of it.
Interesting.
We came out of it, so it has to be alive.
I agree.
We look, when you pull a person apart, every bit of us is found on this planet.
Exactly. Well,
We are ourselves are made from this planet. We are 70%
so you would
water.
think then it would be easy for us to be able to put those chemistry back together again and create life like that easily.
I'm willing to bet that in the not so distant future, man will be able to create life. Because look, all the building blocks are here. It's just a matter of figuring out how to put it together.
And when
And-
we do that, do we become the creator?
Yes. And why not? Why is this a bad thing?
No,
And think-
it's not.
And think the
It's
day
not.
that happens, how it's going to throw a wrench in the works for every single person out there that likes to control the masses with their religious dogma. Boy, that's really going to throw a wrench in the works.
Well, I see what you mean on that respect, but at the same time, it also will prove that we are capable of creating life not the way we normally do, which is just with
Well, wait a
through-
minute. Wait a minute. Hold it. If you think about it, a man and a woman through copulation create a life. So there you go.
Right, but they're two living things that create another living thing.
Right.
We're talking about creating something from not from a living thing. Or is there something always living here?
I don't know.
A rock
Right.
is a rock, right? A rock is not alive. It's
How do we
it's
know
not
that?
well, rock is not if you look it up,
Yeah.
okay? A rock is not considered alive because it doesn't have the characteristics of a
A living thing.
of a living organism. Okay, living things. We have things like the ability to reproduce, like we just said,
Yeah.
right? We
Yeah.
have the ability to grow. We
Yeah.
have there's
Make a podcast.
metabolic processes that
Yes.
happen in humans that don't happen in inanimate things like a rock.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
But yet, a human could take that rock and use it as a weapon and take out another person's life. So a
Right.
rock does have a purpose.
But does a person have a purpose? That's the big question.
That I don't know. And
You
that's
don't
not,
even know, right?
it's,
Who knows?
I have no idea what my purpose
Do we
is
have a
here.
purpose?
Right now, my purpose is try to make people laugh. And right now, most of them are sleeping. So we need to get on to the next topic. What else you want to ask me?
All right. You had some things to talk about.
I do.
Well, what
wanna
do you
take a
got?
break? All right. So hold on. Let me know if I'm still here. Still
You're
here?
still here. Yeah.
That's all right. Are you familiar with black bears?
Uh,
Have you ever met
not
one?
personally. I
Have you
think
ever
I've
met
seen
one?
them at different places, maybe
Okay.
a zoo or something.
Do you know what bears like to eat? What is a bear's favorite food?
I don't know, but I know Winnie the Pooh is his
He
favorite
likes honey.
honey, right?
Yeah, he likes honey. Well, there's a bear in an Orlando suburb of Longwood that loves Taco Bell because he stole a Taco Bell order that was delivered from Uber Eats that was
Really?
on somebody's porch, stole it, ate the whole thing, and then came back later for the fountain drinks.
What?
Yeah, a 300 to 400 pound black bear was seen on somebody's ring phone come
Really?
up the stairs onto the porch where somebody had just left a $45 Taco Bell order.
Wow.
Take the bag and run away with it.
It's a big order, $45.
That's a
$45
lot.
Taco
That's
Bell is
a
a lot
lot
of
of
food.
tacos. Holy shit! Tell me
Wow,
about it.
yeah.
I know one thing that bear's gonna have the runs for the next 2 days.
And he brought
he's
the
gonna-
bag. He put the bag back, and he wrote on it like "thanks." You know,
No,
like a
he
little-
he went what? No Choritos? No. He
What, no sauce.
no sauce. No, that's what happened. Yeah, and then he came back and stole the drinks because
Wow.
that stuff makes you thirsty.
He knew. Yeah,
So-
right. He knew.
So this is a lesson to all you people out there that get stuff stolen from your porch, thinking it's your neighbor. It could be a black bear. Just keep that in
Wow.
mind.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
All right. What else can you say? Wow.
And then again, still here?
yeah.
And then again in Florida. You ready for this? I
Always
love
Florida.
this.
Yeah.
The first ever quotation Florida man end quotation games are going to be happening in Florida. That's right. Some guy thought it would be funny to have Florida games based on Florida Man, because as we know, Florida Man is always in the news for doing stupid shit. And so they're actually going to have like an Olympic sport. It's going to be an event.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be described as the most insane athletic showdown on earth.
Oh boy.
The games will poke fun at Florida's reputation for producing strange news stories involving guns, drug, booze, reptiles, naked women, all that stuff. And so there's going to be quite a few interesting, I guess, courses to do or whatever. General admission tickets are going for $45, which is a
40
bargain. I think that's a bargain to watch a bunch of idiots like compete. And
I don't want to pay for that, but okay.
apparently you could spend that going out to dinner one night. And apparently 2 former stars of the 1990s television show American Gladiators have agreed to serve as referees. So this is going to be where's this going to happen? Gee, I can't tell. All right, so I got to thinking of some of my own events that Florida Man could compete in. And so here's
Wow.
my first one.
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin. I believe that there's one should be for the slowest driver in a Lincoln on a Florida 4-lane highway. And so the parameters are you cannot stop. You have to keep moving, but you cannot stop. If you stop, it's cheating because that's the slowest you could be. And so
Right.
drivers will drive Lincoln Continentals in big hats just barely above the dashboard so you can see. And the winner will be the one who can drive the slowest on a 4-lane Florida highway.
Wow.
I'm sure that's going to appeal to the over 60 crowd. I'm sure there'll be a lot of contestants for that.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's plenty of over 60 in Florida. So.
Oh, that's for sure. Second competition will be the first to fall asleep after the 4 p.m. Blue Plate Special. So you go in, it's 4 o'clock, you order dinner, It's steak, it's potatoes, it's green beans, it's a big slice of cake, and who can fall asleep the fastest is the winner. Again, big with the over 60 crowd,
Yeah. Right.
and those people that lived in gated communities. Then I have the first to
Oh, there's more, huh?
successfully. I'm not done yet.
Mhm.
The first to successfully leap off of a roof onto a trampoline. So that should be interesting.
Successfully leap.
Successfully. No. If you miss, you don't win. You got
This
to
is
be
not
able
for
to
the
leap.
older crowd.
You got to leap off the roof onto the trampoline. At that point, where you land after that is anybody's guess. Special points for a good dismount.
Oh,
And then finally,
or the much
who-
younger crowd.
for the younger than me. And then finally, who can stay lost the longest in the Florida Everglades? And that's our competition for tonight, folks.
Okay.
And,
Wow.
who can stay lost the longest in the Florida Everglades?
Oh,
So,
can't wait. Can't wait.
have we beat this horse to death?
Yes, we did. We need to take a break. This
Is it time
we
for
need to- we
Looney
need-
Laws
This
coming
way
up?
they can go wake up and come back. Yeah.
Wake up and come back.
We'll wake up. Everyone will wake up and
Yeah. And
we'll,
and we're going to. I think we're going to my home state. Is that correct?
yeah. Your
Did
state
we
of
do West
mind.
Virginia last week?
No, we did Vermont
Oh,
last time.
that's right. We're not in the W's yet. Vermont. So next is my hometown. Well, it's not
That's
my
right.
home state. I was born
not
on
your
Long Island. I was born in New
No,
York.
you weren't. You weren't born on Long Island.
I was born in New York. I was born
That's
in
still
Brooklyn.
considered New York, but that's not considered Long Island.
It's not. Sure, it is.
No, it's not.
Brooklyn and
No,
Queens.
it's not Long Island. It might be part of the island, but it's not considered Long Island.
So what? So from Nassau County East, is that it?
Yeah, Long Island.
Nassau County
that's
East, is that what you're
Nassau and
saying?
Suffolk. It may be on Long Island, but
Okay.
it's not part of Long Island.
All right. Well,
It's kind of weird. What can I say?
Virginia is not my home. It's just
Suburb.
my place that I've been living for the last 32 years, and so we're going to visit that state. And let
We
me tell
always
you,
call our place our home, no matter where we go. Right, home.
well, it's my home. It's really it's my can't even say it's my house.
No, but
I-
it's true. You're right. Most of us will go like, I'm going back home.
Right.
Even if you lived in different places, whatever, somehow wherever you grew up always stays your home. So what's this? What is there to say about that? That we never really leave home, do we? I mean, mentally, it's always, it's still home.
I guess. I know.
But
for
when
a
you think
fact-
of home, are you thinking of like the first house you remember being in, or is it more like our
that
house?
I'm sure that house is long gone. I'm sure that house has been demolished.
The
to
first
make
house
way-
you were in.
The very first house that I was born into, I'm sure that house is long gone.
It wasn't the house that we lived on in
The house that we lived in Queens,
Queens.
I know is still there.
I know, I've
And
looked it up. Yeah.
It is still there. It's still standing.
And so is the
and,
house in Brentwood. That's still
That
there.
was the house in Brentwood. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
But which one's home?
which one is home? Right. I guess
Right, which
it's
home is home?
the one
It's
you
true.
currently reside in.
Okay.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
get out of here and come
Let's
back.
go. We're going to go home and we'll be right back.
All right. Bye.
This is Bill, and you're listening to Pull Yourself to Pieces, the podcast, hosted on Anchor. You never heard of Anchor? Anchor by Spotify is a podcast host platform, and it's an easy way to make a podcast. We picked Anchor because they have everything we needed all in one place. You can record and edit a podcast from your computer or even right from your phone. Then you can have your podcast distributed easily to multiple platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and much more. And did I mention it's free? That's right. Anchor is free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
It's time for Looney Laws of the Land.
We're back with another Looney Laws.
Right. And I just want to say, as a disclaimer now, I have had nothing to do with any of these laws that are still in the books. I got here late. These were all things that happened before I got here, although I'm sure I have not heard any of them yet because Billy never shares them with me. Every time he reads a loony law, it's always new to me. And I'm not going to be surprised at any ridiculousness that comes out of his mouth because I've been here for 32 years. And I can tell you that some dogs that I have met are smarter than most of the people that I come into contact with. That being
And
said,
the state he's talking about is
Is-
Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia. Which makes me really bad that it's named after a woman. Or was the woman how they named the state?
I don't know. All I
Okay.
know is there's a state
Do you
next
think
to
it was
us.
Virginia
There is
before
a
the
there is
state
a
of
s-
Virginia?
there is a state to the north and west of me that is so unoriginal that they had to name themselves West Virginia. Okay, there you
Right.
go. That's all I'm going to say about that. All
And
right,
then
on
why
with the
didn't they rename your state East Virginia?
I don't know. There's a North Dakota and a South Dakota.
Right.
Anyway, all right.
North
Here we go with
Carolina,
the
South Carolina.
here
But
we
there's
go
not
with
an
the-
East Virginia.
no. Here we go with the lunacy, and these are laws that are still on the books.
That's
And
right.
I can't wait to hear them.
These are actually illegal.
Okay.
These things are illegal. And one of them, it's children trick-or-treating on Halloween is apparently illegal.
Where? The whole state or just certain towns?
Apparently, October 31st, it's illegal to go trick-or-treating.
Really? Still?
Oh,
Well,
well,
there
I don't
should have
know.
been a
It's
lot
not
of people-
enforced, thank God.
There should have been a lot of people locked up because they were all over the
A
place.
lot of
They-
children, and that's what it is. See, I guess, there's not enough
Well,
cops to go around
all
and
right,
start
what
arresting
what,
all the little kids.
what defines a child? How long are you a child?
You're a
if-
child. I mean, and you're in your
That's
60s,
that's
so
true.
right.
But what constitutes
Put
a
you in a
child?
costume.
Oh. I did dress up as a cowboy one year. Anyway, which
Did
is
you?
so much unlike me. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Really. It was the perfect costume. A child. So it's against the law for children to trick or treat. Wow. What a
Yeah.
buzzkill. I'm leaving. I'm
know.
getting out of here. I'm packing my shit. I'm
There
coming
you
back
go.
to New York.
That did it, huh? That
I
pushed
think
you.
I'm
Come
gonna
back
go to
home.
I'm going to
You're
go
going
to
back home.
Florida and join the Florida games. That's what I'm going to do. All right. What's next?
So apparently, it is illegal to hunt any animals other than raccoons on Sundays.
Oh, so
So specific.
wow.
Poor
How-
raccoon.
Again, I'm not surprised. I shouldn't be surprised.
So wait a minute. No, wait. Let me
Yeah.
read that again. Hunting any animals other than raccoons on Sundays. So okay, so you can hunt any other animal. Any other animal.
But raccoons get a day off on Sundays. They are
Right.
safe.
Right.
Why? Why? What is so
Why?
special about what is it
Exactly.
'cause- are they
What's
cute?
scary is like hunting any animal. So like
Okay.
that means human too. No.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't
Okay.
surprise me in the least.
Okay.
I guess raccoons are spared because of their jazz hands. They're cute. They have opposable thumbs. Let's spare the raccoons. Let's give them their own day. Okay.
But we can
day?
hunt people.
Yeah, we'll hunt people instead. All right. What's the next one?
Wow.
This is unbelievable.
Whew.
Next one.
wow.
Yeah.
Apparently, it is against the law to wash on the sidewalk your mule. I guess it's a
Oh.
big thing.
Well,
You
you take
know,
them around. You take
You're
them
taking
around.
them
back.
around.
Take
You're
them
on the
around back.
sidewalk. I gotta wash them. Oh no, I can't do it on the
Take
sidewalk.
them around. Yeah. No, you don't want them. You don't look. Nobody wants to wash their mule on the sidewalk. It's embarrassing for you. It's embarrassing for the mule. Okay.
Apparently, this is only illegal in Culpeper.
I know Culpeper.
You live in Culpeper. Now you got to bring a
Uh,
mule
I know Culpeper.
and some soap.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see if you get arrested.
Wow. I didn't know there was a dirty mule problem in Culpeper.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Your state's got a problem with spitting. Guess what?
On the
Only this
street.
one's not the street.
Not on spitting on
Apparently, it is
spitting on
against the
horses.
law to spit on a seagull. That apparently it must happen.
Oh, good luck with that.
And they're already wet. What's the difference?
I mean, but they're flying, so I mean, you gotta hock one hell of a lungie to hit a flying.
That's true.
seagull.
That's a talent.
Think
Look at
about that.
Wow.
Why is it
Wow.
against the law to spit on a seagull?
I
How
don't
is this
know.
a problem?
I don't know.
When did the seagulls form a union and decide those damn humans better stop spitting on us?
Spitting on us. Yeah, I'm always thinking about spitting on a.
Every time I go to the
seagull.
beach, I walk around going, "There's got
You
to
know,
be one.
look at that. Yeah, I got to.
There's got to be one I can spit on somewhere." All right, go ahead. What's next? See, I'm not surprised at any of this.
Wow. So apparently, it is illegal for a woman to not wear a corset or being escorted by a man after 6.
Okay. Who checks?
I
I want
wanna
to be
check.
I want that job. I want to
Yes,
be the
yeah.
corset checker. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
escorted. Well, look, okay, you may laugh, but the second part of that law is actually a good thing.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that women need to be protected because God knows there are plenty on this planet that can kick my ass from here to Sunday.
And they should. But yeah, right.
But you know about my dating history. But I think that's actually probably was not a bad idea
Okay.
for a woman to be escorted. I mean, I still believe in chivalry. I'm old school. I believe in chivalry, and I believe in.
You have to tell me twice.
There you go. Next.
Okay, so apparently it is illegal to have a pet skunk because
Well,
they stink.
Well, you don't want to keep the little son of a
You want to
bitch
move in
the
here? It
house.
stinks. What?
Yeah, you don't want to keep him in the house.
No,
But-
what though?
Yeah.
People say that skunks make good pets, but I
That's
guess not in Virginia.
That's what I hear. No, you can't have one in Virginia. No.
I guess if you get them de-smelled,
Yeah.
distinct.
Yeah.
Distinct.
Well, you can't, but you can spit on them. So there you go.
Okay, this one's ridiculous that they made this a law.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not allowed to park your car on the railroad tracks. Okay.
That's where all the fun is.
Exactly.
That's how you know you're living life dangerously.
You park
know-
and then you see what's going to happen.
You park and
What could happen?
What's even more fun is you get out and you walk about 50 feet and you just watch.
Oh, man.
It's against the law to park on the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because somebody must have done it, right? They must have been doing
they
that.
did.
They did it.
Probably
They-
numerous times, and it was an
Yep.
epidemic.
Yep. Victoria? Not the girl.
No,
The city. Is there Victoria, Virginia? Victoria,
sure there-
Virginia. That sounds kind of weird.
I'm sure there is, and I've probably driven through it because I've been in every square inch of this place since I've been.
Wow, every square inch. Well, you must have been in
Seriously.
Victoria. I wonder what she thought about that. So anyway,
She was nice. Yeah.
In the city of Victoria,
Yeah.
apparently it is against the law to go skateboarding down Main Street. So don't even think about it, right?
Oh,
I know that's
buzzkill.
what you like to do.
Buzzkill.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't think anything but walking should be happening down a sidewalk. I don't
I'm
like
with you.
seeing skateboards or roller skates or bikes
I'm with
and
you.
you're walking,
No, I'm with you.
right?
No, walking. The sidewalk is for people. If
It's
you wanna-
sidewalk. It doesn't say it's side bike.
No,
It doesn't say
No.
side skate.
I agree. You want to do that other
You
stuff?
know?
Do it in the street.
Exactly.
Good law.
So apparently, I
Yeah.
guess this is the whole state.
Yeah.
I guess they don't enforce this one.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait to hear this.
Apparently, it's against the law to use foul language, Ray, in an argument with another person.
Well, I know I know for a fact that at Virginia Beach, you will get fined if you use foul language.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a
Really?
bitch. Yeah. No, seriously. There are signs everywhere that remind you not to use foul language at Virginia Beach.
Wow. Really? Who knew?
Yeah. Well, I knew for probably the last
Because you got to.
30 years.
Here you
No,
go.
I never
There's
got.
a
I never
summons.
got fined, but I would look up and see the sign, and I would laugh, and I'm thinking, "Damn, that's pretty funny." No.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, it's against the law to use foul language in an argument.
Yeah.
Okay. What if you argue in Italian and and you use foul language?
They don't know the language.
No,
There you
no,
go. Right.
No interpreters. Okay.
Right.
I see.
Only in English.
Abafangul. Okay. He said something to me. I don't know what he said. Go ahead.
So if you have a swimming pool and you
Yeah.
have the gate around it, which you're supposed to have,
Yes.
apparently it is against the law to leave the gate open after you finish using it. Well, that's a good law.
Well, duh.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that's just
what's-
like common sense law.
What's the whole point of having a
Okay.
gate if you're not going to close it after you're done?
Yeah, agree. All
Oh,
right.
boy. That's just common sense, which
s-
the state is lacking in.
Just it is like-
How it is a blue state is because anybody that lives in a big city votes blue. As soon as you get 10 miles out, you're in the sticks. It's hee-haw. And, really, it's shacks with people that haven't bathed in months. Confederate flags are flying everywhere. They live on roadkill. I'm not kidding. You think I'm making this up. I'm not. I'm
Okay.
dead serious.
Yeah. Okay. And I got one more for you.
Okay.
All right. Apparently, another one that can't possibly be enforced anymore. It is apparently against the law to tickle a woman. Doesn't say where.
Oh, well. Or what part of your body you use to do the tickling.
Oh, baby.
Aha! Yeah, you didn't think of that, did you? You were thinking fingers. No, I think out of the box. Oh, wait a minute. Let me rephrase that.
So
Yeah.
I'd say overall your state is not as unusual or
I'm
weird
disappointed.
as some
I
of the
gotta
other
say,
states.
I'm disappointed.
You d-
Nothing about a bear. Nothing about a horse.
See that?
I'm really disappointed.
What can I say? And there
I
you
was-
have it. Another
I
state
was-
in the books.
All right, another state in the books. All right, are we done? I'm
We're
gonna go
done.
make. I'm gonna make some pasta to go with my
Hey, I was going to do that too.
to go with the meatballs that I made this morning.
So Italian.
I can't help it.
Well, you were born that way.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna say
We don't
goodnight.
call Italy our home. 'Cause
No.
we weren't born there.
We weren't born in Italy. We're third generation.
That's true.
So I'm going to use one of my favorite sentences that I believe has to do with karma, and I'm going to say, "Be good to each other out there."
Okay, he says it every week, and I'm going to say my new goodbye, and that is remember, folks, the end of the world could be thousands, maybe millions of years away. But
Or
the end of my or Ray's life may only be years or days or even minutes away. So, or your life too. So
that's foreboding.
Don't waste time.
Don't
make the
waste
best
time.
of you. Don't make
Yeah,
the best of
wow, that's a good. That's even better than mine. All right, so after we go, Billy's going to run the credits, and then you can all go to the bathroom or go get another drink.
Right.
See you.
See you next time. Hi, this is Bill from Pull Yourself to Pieces. We started this podcast to spark conversations, challenge perspectives, and share the extraordinary tales that make life a thrilling adventure. At first, we didn't know how to create a podcast, but after doing research, we found a great online tool that we use to record each show. That tool is Zencaster, an all-in-one podcast platform that works right out of a browser. You can record studio-quality audio and up to 4K video, even if your connection is unstable. Then you can use the tool's post-production features to help you edit those recordings so your podcast can sound its best. And finally, Zencaster can host your shows and help you distribute them to multiple platforms like Spotify and Apple. It's so easy, and if we can do it, so can you. There's nothing to stop you from creating your own podcast right now. Go to Zencaster.com/pricing and use my code BillyRay, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencaster paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experiences I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. Please check out our website, pullyourselftopieces.com.
That's right.
And you can subscribe to the show in Google and Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Stitcher, and YouTube, or via RSS, so you'll never miss an episode.
And if you enjoy our show, don't forget to give us a high rating.
And remember to tell your friends about the show.
Thanks for listening to our show, and thank you to freesounds.org and Gottlieb, Audio Mirage, Plasterbrain, Cognito Perceptu, FK Prod, Mirage Taser, Shadow Wisp, D-Boss, Viku Seru, Intra Environmental Sound Project, Julian Nicholas, Carmelo Mike, G Kill Hour, 140178 Sound, CMU Sound Design, Alan Mchi, Der Super Anton, Eric H2000, Bulbastray, FK Phantom, Ultra Dust, Ada Records, Stuart Colborn, Debroid, Cubidup, GJ, Syntax Seed, Inspector J, Astounded, Madge 061785, Just Invoke, Short Record, Lorenzo Sue, and I'm Mackenzie. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/legal code.